What time you want to go? Pink County's 11 seed, Meadowbrook 6 seed.
Please remain standing and remove your hats for the playing of the Star Spangled Banner. Flag raising ceremony by Vigil VFW Post 3760 in artillery. Please remain standing for the playing of Meadowbrook alma mater.
You about ready? Dun, 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 dun. You look discombobulated. Huh?
Got it somewhat because I didn't know how to zoom in at home.
And welcome to beautiful Bynesville, Ohio, and the campus of Meadowbrook High School to Eugene Capers Field for week 11. That's right. It's the start of the high school football playoffs, Division 4, Region 15 opening round between the 11th seed, Vinton County Vikings, and your 6th seed, the Meadowbrook Colts. For Caleb Graham, Brittany Rowe here, producing the show. I'm merely Tom Strasser, and my partner in crime, the voice of Ohio high school football, needs no introduction, but let's give him one anyway. The one and only D-Train Darren McCullough, and Train Week 11, Meadowbrook in the playoffs. But the icing on the cake, they get to host Week 1.
Oh, yeah, it's always exciting whenever you get to host a tournament game, whether it's football, basketball, cross country, volleyball, it doesn't matter. The excitement getting your hometown community to come out and support the team. It's a great atmosphere here for the Colts and the fans. The weather may not be perfect and may not be ideal by the end of this game, but those in attendance are braving it, and hopefully the ones that are listening get a good show tonight.
And Train, as a lot of people know, in pregame before every broadcast we do, you go down on the field and run the passing tree to check out the footing. And with the turf, we've had a lot of rain today, but the good thing is with this, it's dried up some.
Yeah, and with the turf, it dries up a lot quicker than the field, so people who are able to go down to Buckeye Trails game tomorrow night versus oh my gosh, I'm drawing Fairland, Proctorville Fairland. That's going to be, they're going to be playing literally in the swamp because it's going
a quagmire.
Yeah,
yes.
it's a mud field for sure. I know I saw a game earlier down there against somebody earlier this month, and it was a real mess, especially at the 50-yard line. But with field turf, you don't have the dirt underneath the grass that really just soaks on up and just makes a big mess. The field turf's in good condition. I ran some nice in routes and digs and planted and pushed off that right knee pretty well, so I think I'm cleared and medically cleared to go. And I won't be sneaking in, and the Coach Kingsbury won't be mad at me like he was at DeAndre Hopkins last night.
All right, and Train, I tell you what, I thought your get-off on the skinny post was pretty impressive as well. Now, Train, Meadowbrook comes in. We say they're the 6th seed. Meadowbrook, an outstanding season under first-year head coach Steve Norman. Meadowbrook finishes 8-2 and winners of the MVL league title for the second year in a row. So back-to-back MVL titles for Meadowbrook, and this is only year 2 in the MVL.
Yeah, they got a nice little string going here. You're 2 for 2, batting 1,000, and I'm sure Coach Norman's planning on continuing that trend next year with a new group of players, but he's not thinking about next year. He's thinking about tonight and hopefully week 12, 13, 14, 15.
In Vinton County, they come in with a record of 6-3, and they are super excited to make the playoffs and to make this trip up to Byesville. And Train, when you look at Vinton County and when you was up at 8 KGP Studios breaking down game film, they do have a common opponent that Meadowbrook played this year.
Yeah, their common opponent was Crooksville. Obviously, we know Meadowbrook beat Crooksville 42-6. I believe Vinton County beat them 20-0. And the big thing, I think the motto for Vinton County, and if there's Vinton County people listening, they'll kind of like this. I think it's going to be seize the day, carpe diem, as their head coach. He has his Twitter handle is something along the line of carpe diem, and obviously last name Carpier, TJ Carpier, his first-year head coach at Vinton County. Graduated and played at Marshall University, so that's a pretty cool deal that they have a Division I college athlete leading their program, and that obviously brings a lot of cred to your program when you got somebody who's been in the trenches at the highest level playing.
And Train, Meadowbrook has seen a lot of spread offenses that spread you out and look to throw the football. They will not see that tonight in the Vikings.
No, and it's like Coach Norman said, they're similar to a Coshocton, and they've seen Coshocton this year. They're going to run the wing tee. They got 2 or 3 running backs to get it. Their quarterback will keep it on some sweeps. They're going to try some misdirections. And it's about their blocking scheme, how they're going to block and who's in charge of what. And Meadowbrook's just got to be sound and true and with their assignments. And obviously we found out just minutes ago that Meadowbrook's going to be down one of their top players in Brady McManaway. So I know Coach Norman's not going to use that excuse. It's going to be next man up. So who's going to be that next man to step up? Obviously, it seems like it's been different guys stepping up for Meadowbrook throughout the year. I mean, just last week you could think Ty Griffith making that big touchdown catch before the end of the first half that really got the momentum going for the Colts. So who's going to be that next guy that's wearing the, you know what, I haven't seen what jerseys, the brown jerseys, black jerseys, whatever, orange jerseys or whatever color jerseys the Colts are wearing. Who's going to be that next guy to step up and make that big play?
Yeah, and we haven't seen a whole lot of Vinton County out here warming up. Meadowbrook, they were out here earlier. And the winner of this game, Train, next week will play the winner of the 14th seeded Union Local Jets and the number 3 seed John Glenn Muskies. So if Meadowbrook wins, if they're able to survive and advance the next week, if Union Local wins tonight, they would come to Byesville. Mm-hmm. If John Glenn wins, then Meadowbrook has a rematch with the Muskies in New Concord. But first things first, as you can see, Vinton County has taken the field, and here comes your Meadowbrook Colts.
So we'll go with the black jerseys. We're wearing the black
yes.
jerseys. And obviously, like you said, Union Local and John Glenn will give updates throughout. I've already got a couple people that I've texted to give me updates, and I know there's a live stream of that game as well on YRP TV, and I've got some other places where I can get some information. My secret inside information sources that I don't release. I'm an insider like Adam Scheffler.
So yes, it ought to be a lot of fun here as the band is leaving the field. So we're just mere moments from the opening kickoff between Vinton County and Meadowbrook.
And the funny thing is you looked over there. Usually to the right of us, the visiting team has 2 or 3 members of their staff up here watching from up top, and Vinton County has yet to appear, and they're a group of their guys come on. So we're about ready for kickoff here at Meadowbrook High School. Looks like the Colts will get the ball first to start the game. So more than likely kicking off for Vinton County, if my source is correct, should be Byron Brister. Actually, and my sources aren't correct because it's going to be 33. Gabe, and that's one of the names, 33. Say the last name.
Rashke. Yes.
So he's also one of their key backs, had 233 yards and 5 touchdowns against Athens earlier this year. So he's going to be a guy that Meadowbrook's going to have to contain on the defensive end.
Yeah, and back for Meadowbrook, it is Dorsey. And here's the kick. It is a squib kick. We are underway. And picked up by Dorsey. He'll come across right at the 30. Still on his feet, and he'll be dropped at about the 33-yard line.
And I know 10, River Hayes, and 3, Dawson Brown were just a couple of the guys that were in on that tackle. Expect to hear a lot of Dawson Brown on the tackle. He's one of the leading tacklers for this Vinton County defense. Strong physical team, very sound defensively. Definitely probably if you had to give them a grade, they would definitely be an A on the defensive end.
Yeah, a 3-4 defense for the Vikings. There's a quick pass. It is incomplete.
I believe that was a Ty Griffin to throw. He had 23, Ty Griffin was pass too. So quick pass that it didn't work out very well for the Colts there. And a little RPO. Vinton County got some pressure in the backfield. Pup had to fire it on a quick slant.
Yeah, pistol formation. And here's the handoff and over the 40 to about the 42. I believe that was
Casey.
Casey on the carry.
So a 9-yard gain. He was gang tackled there by a lot of Vikings defenders.
So Meadowbrook quickly will give it to Casey, and he will get the first down as he will go over the 45 to the 49, a gain of 8.
So 17 yards there on the past 2 carries for him. And the producer, Caleb Graham, just handed me a note. Says if you're watching on the Boxcast on the website, consider hitting the donate button below. We appreciate every and anything people can provide us, as that little screen pass to Eubanks is incomplete.
Yeah, so it'll be 2nd down and 10.
So we talked a little bit about how the field was good, and we saw maybe there might be just a little bit of moisture on the turf that's making that ball a little slippery, and it just seems like Hep doesn't have quite as good a grip as he normally does on those first 2 passes as they've fallen incomplete.
3 receivers to the right. And that's Casey in the backfield. Here's
That's
a little
Eubanks.
bubble pass to Eubanks. And he will get right near the sticks. We'll see where they mark it. He may be about a yard short, so we'll give him 9.
So Launders down at the bottom by himself. It looks like Griffin, then Dorsey, then Eubanks up top.
Yeah, that was Carr on the tackle. And here's a gaping hole. 30, 20. Casey inside the 15, and he'll be dragged down at about the inside the 10 to about the 9-yard line.
There's a nice little stop and go there to break that last tackle, where it's going to be, looks like 1st and goal for the Colts now.
And if they mark it at the 9, or no, the 10, so that's a 32-yard pickup.
And let's see if they're going. Looks like they're going to be able to get a 1st down, possibly at the 3-inch line.
Hupp keeps this, and he'll squirt to the 5, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Meadowbrook. So just like that, Meadowbrook is on the board. A 10-yard touchdown run from Josh Hupp.
1:37 into the game. Colts quickly score. 7-play drive. Couple misguided throws by Hupp, but the ground game looking deadly here for the Colts as they're lining up for the extra point.
Yeah, so Meadowbrook, and they've been real solid on the extra points. This kick is up. It is good. 10:23 left here in the opening quarter. Meadowbrook on the board first. Your score, Meadowbrook 7, Vinton County 0. We'll take a timeout and be back for the kickoff. It'll be the Vikings' turn when we come back. Welcome back to Eugene Capers Field. Meadowbrook on the board. The Josh Hupp touchdown and Garrett Milam extra point. And it will be Milam to kick off. As the Vikings will look to get the ball. Here's the ball kicked deep. And getting to about the 25-yard line.
River Hayes, number 10.
Yes.
And I think there was Reese on the tackle.
So we'll look at Vinton County for the first time.
And I believe Coach Norman, when he was on the pregame show earlier this week, he said they run the ball 91% of the time. So that's over 9 out of 10. And guess what they do on the first play?
Run the football, and they're going to get big yardage there over the 35 across to about the 37, a pickup of 12.
And that's probably Rasky, 33.
I think that was more.
20.
I believe so, yes.
It's a good start for them. They said, hey, Meadowbrook ran it good on us. Let's go ahead and pay it back to him.
Yeah, Braylon Dameron is the quarterback. Man in motion. Here's another gaping
again.
hole. And Moore's going to get up to about the 45. A gain of 8.
Yeah, so it looks like Carr and Rashke are their 2 wing backs while Moore's the fullback in this offense. We heard about Carr and Rashke about how deadly they are as far as running backs. But Moore right now carrying the load with the first 2 carries, 18 yards.
And here's a drop, and it's going to be a flag. Yep. It may be a face mask on Meadowbrook. We'll see.
It was a good tackle. I believe that was by Deshaun Mayo, but I think he got him up a little high.
Boy, did he shoot in. The officials are talking about it now.
And they're even saying maybe a horse collar, but it's going to be a face mask. So again, the one thing that really we probably could both agree on this year, Tommy, is the penalties have been an issue for the Colts somewhat this year.
The one and only?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this will move the ball into Meadowbrook territory. And like I said, the Vikings offense, it was referred to as old school.
Mm-hmm.
Their offense, Dameron, man in motion.
And
he's going to keep it and get across the 35 to about the 32, ran out by Dorsey. I thought I seen a flag.
There was a flag immediately. Should be a hold on Vinton County, so it's going to be a chop block.
Chop block, yes.
They don't call those in the NFL, but they'll call them here in high school.
Yeah, that flag was thrown pretty quick, so that will nullify.
That was Dameron on the quarterback on that little sweep. So they definitely got about 3 or 4 guys that are going to get carries in this Vinton County offense between the quarterback Dameron and then the wingbacks Carr and Rashke and then the fullback Moore.
Yeah, so Dameron, he had a nice gain there, but nullified by the penalty. So first down.
This is Carr this time, and he's going to get hit immediately. Gets maybe a yard or 2.
Yeah, stack of Colt jerseys there.
First one there, I believe, was Eubanks. Eubanks, Dorsey in there. Couple different linemen.
Yeah,
Flowers.
Marshall Dyer in there as well.
Just take your pick a number, and they're probably in there on that tackle.
So second down and about 21.
We're even going to give Tommy an assist on the tackle.
Moore on the carry, and he gets tripped up and falls to about midfield. Looked like he tripped over one of his left guard's leg.
Yeah, he definitely tripped over somebody. I don't know if it was somebody on Meadowbrook's line that might have tripped him up, but it could have been somebody on his own team.
So now third down, they're going to mark it back at the 49.
And that's what's big, that 10-yard penalty on the chop block really put him in a tough situation as Moore's going to get tackled immediately.
And Moore, he is going to be wrapped up immediately by Wagon.
Joel Wagon had a hold of him and then let his teammates clean it up.
So Eubanks will go back in punting position for Meadowbrook. Rasky to punt the football away.
Drive started off promising with a couple of nice runs by Moore and then the personal foul, but the Colts counter.
And there's a ball's going to hit at the 30. Get a nice Viking bounce to about the 20. And the big chop block really derailed that drive. And when you look at the offense that the Vikings run, they cannot afford to play behind the sticks.
Yep. I mean, when you talk about a wing tee, it's a running offense, and it's kind of like the old Woody Hayes 3 yards in a cloud of dust. But and all of a sudden that 3 yards kind of turns into 6 yards. Instead, when you get that 10-yard penalty, it's 1st and 20 and 1st and 10, and they just don't have the passing plays in their scheme as much that they practice as much or that they like to put in their offense as much, and it makes it pretty tough.
Meadowbrook gets it
quickly
off, and that's
Casey
30, 35, 40, 50. It's a foot race.
He gone.
30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Meadowbrook. 78-yard run to the house and train. The Vikings, Meadowbrook was lined up on the football. The Vikings were over on the sideline talking to the coaching staff. They came running to the football when it was snapped.
Yeah, I mean, Meadowbrook comes out. They're gonna play fast, and obviously the officials are ready and the Colts are ready. And really, all you have to do is wait on the officials. And
yeah, there was no timeout. I was wondering what I had missed. So Milam on for the extra point. High snap. It's put down. Kick up. Good. 7:04 left here in the opening quarter. Meadowbrook strikes again. Your score, Meadowbrook 14, Vinton County 0. We'll take a timeout and be right back.
We have a few updates from great things going on at Meadowbrook High School and throughout the Rolling Hills District. We've really created a focus at Meadowbrook here in the last 4 years of college and career readiness. And as a result, we are offering 43 different college classes to our students each year. And I'm proud to say that over 25% of Meadowbrook students are currently enrolled in at least one college course. We also have made a focus on career readiness as well, making sure students that graduate and do not want to go on to college have options. As a result, we have partnered with Belmont Career and Technical Center to offer
Welcome back to Byesville. Carr and Hayes back waiting on the kickoff from Milam. As Meadowbrook, 78-yard run by Casey, and I guess you could say he's having a pretty good first quarter.
Yeah, to use a baseball adage, Casey's at the bat with 127 yards rushing and a touchdown. I'm glad I got that late fantasy advice here, and that Brady McManaway was out, so I quickly inserted Caden Casey in the fantasy lineup, and it's paying dividends not even just over 5 minutes into the game.
And so it'll be at the 35-yard line, and former Meadowbrook defensive coordinator Mike Leggett's chimed in watching the broadcast, and when we called Vinton County's offense old school, he said not old school, John Kelly-esque. So,
very much so.
And anytime, thank you, Coach Leggett, and anytime you can get a John Kelly reference in your broadcast, it's definitely good.
So if people had that on the bingo card, mark that up with the John Kelly reference.
Yeah, Dameron hands the ball off.
It's going to be Moore again.
And that's Moore. And Eubanks.
Yeah, Eubanks in there. Went back in the huddle, 78. I think that was one of the Dyers. Was it Chucky or Marshall? Marshall,
yeah. So it'll be 2nd down and 4. Nice pickup. Vinton County, they have had some success running inside.
Moore's had some good runs up the gut.
And he has it again. And he's going to be over the 45 to the 46, 47-yard line. That's enough for a first down.
Yep. 2 of their 3 first downs have been on Moore runs. The other one obviously being the penalty on Meadowbrook. So they're able to get him kind of powering for yardage. He's got 6 carries, 34 yards here in the early going, averaging not quite 6 yards a carry, 5.8 I believe, or 5.7 if I do it real quick per carry. So
Rasky in motion. Moore has it again. He breaks one tackle, and he will fall to about the 49, 48-yard line.
Yeah, tough to bring down. Romeo Dorsey grabbed him by the ankles and wouldn't let go, and then teammates swarmed in there and brought him down.
But again, another solid pickup.
5 yards.
And this, for Vinton County to have a chance to pull off the upset, this is what they're going to have to do methodically. Chew time off, score, and then they can't give Meadowbrook too many offensive chances. Moore gets drilled, and that's Loy.
Yeah, that was Hayden Loy who spear tackled him back to the ground. That's going to be a loss of 2, or maybe just a loss of 1. So Moore's been able to pick up at least 2 yards on every play coming into those first 7 carries. On carry number 8, he's planted behind the line of scrimmage.
And Hayden Loy, your 2021 homecoming king here at Meadowbrook, and he crowned Moore there on that carry. 3rd down and 6. Ball back.
Also, Hayden
49.
Loy, I believe, Week 9 Defensive Player of the Week on the pregame show.
Absolutely. This is Moore again, and he's going
to
to
be close.
Yes, close enough to go for it. Dorsey and Eubanks there to trip him up, and they're going to move the sticks. Boy, you got to be impressed with the get off that the offensive line for Vinton County is getting here.
Yeah, I mean, when you run a wing T offense, you're going to have physical players up on that line of scrimmage playing the guard, tackle, and center positions. And obviously, they're firing up there and looking to win the battle of the trenches.
This is going to be Carr.
Oh, so they switched it up. Carr was in the backfield.
Wow. And Carr gets driven back. There, that was Flowers in there on the tackle.
So he's going to have a 3-yard gain on the play.
Yeah, Flowers checking his cast there.
Yeah, I think he's got a new cast on there now, so I know Coach Norman's hoping he can get him in somewhere on some plays offensively for him.
And this is going to be Carr again, and he is grabbed by Hayden Loy.
We got a nice little battle there in the trenches with Vinton County trying to pushing forward and the Meadowbrook pushing him back. A little tug-of-war battle there. He's going to get 1, maybe 2 yards.
Yeah, I think no, Moore is still on the sideline getting a breather here. So it's 3rd down and 5, and Train probably 4-down territory.
Oh, yeah.
Barring a penalty.
At this point, it's 4-down territory for Vinton County.
Handoff.
And met in the backfield.
And that's going to be Hall, I believe.
Yeah, 66, Clayton Hall. wrapped up Carr immediately. He's going to lose a yard, it looks like, on that play. So definitely with Moore on the bench getting a breather, or hopefully there's not any type of an injury issue with him. But
he's standing on the front there. He's standing in front of the sideline with his helmet on.
Definitely not having him is a big issue. Now here, on this 4th down we saw earlier when they got called for that chop block, Dameron rolled out on a QB sweep, picked up some big yardage. If I was Meadowbrook, I'd be a little bit concerned with this play. If you remember Week 3, Cambridge did that.
He's going to pass it.
Got a man on the out route.
And it is incomplete.
Flowers on the defense there. Might have got a little piece of deflection on it.
Yeah, and the intended receiver there was Caden Collins.
Yep.
So, and I tell you, Dameron, not a bad throw there, but it was just excellent coverage by Flowers. Collins unable to pull it in with one hand.
Here's a big drive here for both squads.
But hey, credit the Vikings, their defenses.
yeah, they're ready this time.
They were out there before Meadowbrook's offense got completely out there.
Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, that ain't happening. Here we got a double pass. Launder's throwing it. Now he's going to toss it back to Flowers.
And they've got it.
And
Man
Casey's open.
Incomplete.
Drops it.
And I tell you what, Hupp threw that pass about 35 yards downfield, but considering he was throwing it from the
other
numbers to the left, that may have been closer to a 55-yard toss.
And to credit that he didn't have to get rid of it as much time as it took for that play too. So good blocking up front by the Colts on that play as well. Here we've got a little bubble screen to
Eubanks. Eubanks will make one man miss. He'll get up to about the 45. Gain of 6. Credit the Vikings on that last double reverse pass. The Vikings had the wide receiver going down the middle of the field, which was the initial target. They had him double covered, so they were not fooled there. But Meadowbrook has a 3rd down and 4. Their own 45. Shotgun formation. 3 receivers to the right. Quick bubble screen. It's caught. And this is going to be a 1st down right at midfield.
Right there, that's a great decision. That's a read that Josh Hupp has to make in this offense. If you're watching there, you saw the cornerback that was on Eubanks. He bailed out. And the immediate read is, we're going to a screen. That's just good communication. Knew they could pick up the easy 5 yards and get the 1st down.
So Meadowbrook converts. Minute 45 left here in the opening quarter. Meadowbrook up 2 scores. Casey has it, and gets to the 45, 44-yard line, about a gain of 6.
That was Lane Habron on the tackle, but Zane Carr was the one who met Mr. Casey.
And you was asking about Moore. He is out there at linebacker. Hupp throws over the middle. He's got a man 30 to inside to about the 28-yard line.
And that was to Dorsey, Launder, correct?
Number 8.
Launder, yeah.
Yes.
I was writing something down there and didn't get a chance to see it. So from the 48 to the 26, is that right?
Yes.
So
48 to the 26, 22-yard pickup to Launder. So Meadowbrook has it at the 26. They're going to start the play clock, which Meadowbrook doesn't use too much. Casey, the running back, and Hupp will keep it.
Wow.
Instead, and he'll be spun around.
I don't think Vinton County was sure who had it between Hupp and Casey. They kind of pulled it away from Casey, but then got lit up, and I believe it was 66 Will Atkins was the man who made the first collision with Hupp.
And you would be correct, as we're under a minute left here in the first quarter. This is Bop, the running back. He'll come around the left end. 20, 15, and he'll get to about the 12, 13-yard line. On the stop there was Collins.
So a little change of pace a little bit when you go from Casey to Bob. Casey a little bit more of the physical player, but Bob's not afraid to mix it up in there. He's going to get another carry.
Yeah, gain of about 14 on the last play as he'll get there to the 5.
And that's going to be a gain of 8.
So Meadowbrook, there's 10 seconds left. We'll see if they look to get a playoff right here. 5 seconds.
And they do have to point out Bob's listed as 5'6", 130 pounds.
And Hupp will be dropped.
So again, it's 24 was the initial man,
Ray
Byron Brisker, but then as he kind of broke that tackle, and then his teammates kind of came in there and cleaned it up.
Yeah, Reagan Newsom also in there for the Vikings. So short gain there. It'll be 2nd down and 3 from the 5 when we come back after the first quarter. Your score, Meadowbrook 14, Vinton County 0.
12 points of industry credentials and ready to go right into the workforce. We also partnered with the Plumbers and Pipe Fitters Union in Cambridge, and we send multiple students there every year, and they are guaranteed a job upon graduation with the union. Despite COVID, our test scores have continued to rise, showing a lot of hard work from our staff and innovative approaches that Meadowbrook's known for in this area and as well as this part of the state. Our move to the MVL has been fantastic, and Meadowbrook sports is at an all-time high. In 1 year in the MVL, we have taken home 6 league titles, showing that Meadowbrook can not only compete in the MVL, but lead the way.
Welcome back to Byesville. Started the second quarter. After the loss, it'll be 3rd down and 8. And fighting through the line is Casey, and he will squirt into the end zone. Touchdown, Meadowbrook. Casey takes it in from 8 yards out on 3rd and 6, and Meadowbrook has increased their lead to 20-0.
Now 140 yards rushing and 2 rushing touchdowns for Casey on only 6 carries. So an impressive first 12 minutes and 5 seconds for that young man.
Yeah, and that 5 seconds gone in the quarter. And that extra point is good by Milam, and Train will keep it here. Meadowbrook, 3 scores. And they have scored in virtually 2 minutes or less on 2 of the 3 scores.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a quick play. It's been obviously the second touchdown. Casey's 78-yard touchdown run was 1 play. First drive of the game was a 7-play one where they just used the running game, and it was really kind of a nice blend. They had the nice pass to Launder, the 22 yards, a couple quick screens to kind of get the defense to focusing on that a little bit, and then they just pounded in at the end, 8 yards to Casey. Some scoring updates. The game of interest that everybody wants to know for Meadowbrook and Vinton County fans. Union Local and John Glenn tied at 0 in the first quarter in that game. St. Clairsville is beating Licking Valley 28-0. Indian Valley is trailing Philo 6-3. That's probably your I think that's probably one of the more intriguing matchups here in Division 4 Region 15.
I think that is the heavyweight battle of the opening round right there. That is what will probably be the most competitive. We'll try to get an update on Cambridge.
On Cambridge, yeah. I didn't see anything on theirs, but I can. I'll be able to get an update probably fairly soon on that.
So here comes the kickoff for the Colts. It is fielded by Hayes, and he's got running room over the 45 near midfield.
Nice return there by Hayes. Gets close to midfield. I believe Noah Farley might have been in there on tackle, along with some others.
So just underway here in the second quarter. Vinton County, this is their 3rd possession. Meadowbrook has had it 3 times and has scored 3 times. Here's a pitch to Rasky, and he's going to be dropped by Flowers.
Big play there. It's going to be a loss of 4 or 5 as Flowers quickly sniffs that out and stuffs it for they're going to call it a 4-yard loss. Update: Cambridge trailing Carrollton 6-0 early second quarter there. So good luck to Bobcat Nation as they travel to Carrollton tonight and playing the Carrollton Warriors.
So Vinton County, after the loss, again playing behind the sticks. Man and Mo, this is Moore with the carry. And here may be a fumble.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Meadowbrook saying their ball.
Eubanks has the football, and it will be Meadowbrook football as Eubanks comes out with the fumble recovery. And Moore, who has been the Vikings' leading rusher, the only one that's had much success, had the ball ripped out of his arms.
And that's what happens when you have a big scrum of players there. And unfortunately, it's 12-0 now. Carrollton on my next update. So we're going to have another flag here. Should probably going to be a false start.
I tell you what, we have, you called it. we haven't had many penalties. I think
That's only
that's
the second one. They
first
had the
one
15-yarder on Meadowbrook there in Vinton County's first drive, the personal foul, the face mask.
Yes. And then Vinton County had the
And the chop block, yep.
chop block. So that's, yeah. So not bad. Pistol formation. And there's a quick Ooh. That pass intended for Eubanks.
Little RPO came out a little hot there, but luckily for the Colts and Josh Up, there wasn't that safety back there. Because I think if somebody for the Vikings catches that one, he might be standing in the western end zone.
And trying to wrinkle, normally when the quarterback waits that long and pulls it out of the running back's belly, as they're going to get 5 yards back here, as the Vikings will jump off sides. But right there, Hupp, it puts the ball in Casey's belly and then waits at the last second. Normally when you pull it out, the quarterback's keeping it on the run. But there, he's pulling it out and throwing. And speaking of throwing, empty backfield, going long to Dorsey, and he will be knocked out of bounds at about the 22-yard line by River Hayes.
Should be a 22-yard gain. So apparently people like us, Tommy, because we have over 500 live viewers right now. So thank you for everyone. Thank you for everyone having to put up with us tonight.
Try not to control the ego, as they may just actually love Meadowbrook, but we'll take the love.
Actually, yeah, they could be listening on mute and we're just watching it.
That was Casey, the ball carrier, and
that looked like they only got him out to 23 that last play, so it's only going to be a 21-yard completion, and then that's going to be a 3-yard gain by Casey on the ground.
Again, Casey the back. And here's that same pass, and it is caught this time by Eubanks. And he will take it down to about the 1. They came right back with the same play they ran about 3 plays ago.
So it's going to be Meadowbrook ball at the 1.
19-yard pickup.
It's another first down.
So Meadowbrook, power formation.
And this is going to be a keeper probably from Hupp. No, it's going to be a toss pass.
And let's see if Eubanks can get in. He's still on his feet. He gets back maybe to the line of scrimmage.
Hey, it wasn't from lack of trying, that's for sure. He broke about 2 or 3 tackles, but when there's 4 of them and 1 of you, sometimes it's in your best interest to just go down.
And so that goes down as a pass, as that was just a little shovel pass.
5th catch of the game for Eubanks.
We'll see if Hupp keeps it here, and he will. And he will be stopped. Yeah. And that was coming up.
Dawson Brown, I believe. Yeah,
yes.
Dawson Brown, one of the kids we highlighted earlier, one of their better defensive players. Linebacker comes up and makes the play.
So it'll be 3rd down and 1. Vinton County defensively.
A little trying to bend but don't break here. Colts just need about 3 feet, and they're in the end zone.
Yeah, Vinton County's defense, there's no room to bend. They have bowled up on the first 2 plays. This is Casey up the middle, and he'll walk in. Touchdown, Meadowbrook. 4 possessions, 4 touchdowns. 3rd touchdown for Casey as he continues his monster night. So Milam will come in as Launder will put it down. There's this kick. It's up. It is good. 8:47 left here in the first half, second quarter. Your score is now Meadowbrook 28, Vinton County 0. We'll take a timeout and be back for the Meadowbrook kickoff. Welcome back. Our KGP correspondent, Mike Leggett's reporting from New Concord.
Yeah,
7-7.
And then Cambridge trailing Carrollton 14-0. Carrollton went for 2 on their last touchdown converted, and the two guys that we talked about in the pregame there are doing their job for the Carrollton Warriors, and their quarterback Coletti and Olstrom, their top stud running back.
Yeah, this is going to be Carr after the Milam kick, and he will get maybe to the 24-yard line. Bop in on the first hit for Meadowbrook.
And Carr's got to get upfield. He's kind of just running horizontally. He's got to look vertically to turn it up somewhere, and you keep running horizontally, there's going to be a Colt that's going to catch you and bring you down real quick.
So Vinton County down 28-0. We'll try to get something going here. Dameron will give it to Carr. And Carr finds running room to the outside. 40, 50, and he'll be ran out of bounds by Griffith.
That's what happens when you get vertical. Turned it upfield, found a hole, and made a nice run. The longest play from scrimmage, I believe, for them. That's a gain of 23.
Yeah, they're going to mark it back. Say ran out at the 48. Look, Meadowbrook. They didn't realize he had stepped out of bounds way back at the 48. So
that's Moore.
Yeah, and Moore will get over midfield to the 48.
Eubanks and Wagon in there on the tackle.
And Vinton County going with some pace here.
I don't know if this is part of their repertoire or not, but they're going to give it a try.
And that's Carr. He'll cut it up nicely and get to about the 46-yard line. Hayden Loy on the tackle for Meadowbrook. So it's going to be 3rd down. We'll call it 4. Man in motion. Dameron gives it to Moore, and he's got the first down. He's going to get right to about the 40-yard line.
So it's going to be a 6-yard gain for Moore. So he's already up to 12 carries.
And I tell you what, Moore really hits the hole quick from his fullback position. This is Carr. He cuts it up, and he's still running. 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown Vikings. As they are on the board, as that's Carr who takes it, who drives it in 40 yards to the house. So Zane Carr puts Vinton County on the board, and it's now 28-6. Extra point coming. So the Viking band gets to play their fight song for the first time since the opening kick, and extra point coming.
Rasky kicking.
That is Rasky. Rashke. You would be. Oh, short hop kick is up. It is good. Nice job by the holder there as he fielded a 2-hopper and was able to get it down. 7:24 left here in the second quarter. Vinton County responds with their first touchdown. 28-7 Meadowbrook. Will be back after this timeout. 40-yard run.
Dave, Jason.
Absolutely. Welcome back to Eugene Capers Field. Caleb Graham producing tonight's game, and after this kickoff, we're going to give a shout out to our fine sponsors. Onside kick, and it is recovered nicely by Meadowbrook.
Yeah, we'll thank our sponsors now. We have a chance once, I believe it's 17, Rivera on the recovery for Meadowbrook.
No, 62.
62, that's, I'm drawing a complete blank. On 62, Dane Singleton. So our sponsors, Graham Excavating, Pure Love Bakery, Downtown Arena, GB Roofing, Main Screen Printing, and Jagged Edges Hair Studio. I was able to read my chicken scratch.
Pass over the middle is caught by
Ty
Griffith. Yes.
Yeah. It's a nice quick pass from Hupp on the RPO. So Meadowbrook must have saw something on film. They haven't run a whole bunch of RPOs this year, but today so far it's been a staple part of their offense. But we're going to have a hold on Meadowbrook. It's going to come back.
Yeah, and on the tackle, Griffith, I think it was his right knee, really went into the turf hard. He's up hobbling around. Hopefully he can work that out. But that will bring this back. And so instead of a first down, and moving the sticks, it'll still be first down.
It'll be first and 13. Hupp's going to scramble.
Look, running out, and his pass is going to be caught by Dorsey.
Great catch, but I don't think
out
he
of
got
bounds.
That was a great catch by Dorsey. Just couldn't get the foot down. Good job by the defender, River Hayes, to push him out of bounds, making sure he didn't get that 1 foot in. And Dorsey was close getting that 1 foot in. That was a great effort. Great job on both ends.
Yeah, and Hupp throwing it to the back shoulder where only Dorsey had a chance. If Dorsey was going to catch it or nobody was. And Dorsey did make the catch, but unable to get a foot down. Nice defense by River Hayes. And all sides for the second time, the Vikings.
I don't think there's a team in the state of Ohio that does a better job than Meadowbrook by doing that clap and getting the opposing team to draw off sides. I mean, it's one of those things. If they don't get in a game, it's considered a loss for them, I think.
Yeah, and here's a little screen out to Eubanks. He's going to get some running room, and he's going to be close to the first down.
He's going to have the first down. That was a good job by Eubanks. Meadowbrook missed a block there, but he was able to squeak through, and I guess they're going to mark him just short. Now they're going to say first down. I was going to say.
That was Hayes and Carr out there on the stop, and it looked like they were going to be able to knock him out of bounds about 5 yards short, but Eubanks able to walk the tightrope there.
Thread the needle. Now, Cale Flowers in single coverage up top. Don't be surprised, maybe a deep ball to him here.
Here's a fumble, but Casey got back on it. That's him and Hupp had a little trouble with the exchange, and boy, shooting the gap was Reagan Newsom. Newsom, only a sophomore. He's been impressive on the defensive line for the Vikings.
Yeah, Casey on that one. They had the fumble exchange. Unfortunately, the rushing yards go to him, a loss of 4, but he's done pretty much everything for the Colts here so far tonight.
I tell you, the stats are always catered to the quarterback, and Hupp under pressure. He's going to have to get rid of it. Is it caught by Dorsey?
Launder.
Or Launder. That is Launder.
And I think Meadowbrook might have got a little bit of a break there because I think one of the receivers might have left a little early before the snap, but they're going to say no as I believe that's a gain of 4 on the pass to Launder.
Nice job by Hupp. He was under major duress. 6:05 left. Here in the corner, Hupp all day, going deep. He's got a man, Eubanks. 10-5, touchdown, Meadowbrook. 44-yard connection. Hupp to Eubanks, and Meadowbrook answers the Viking score. Wow.
So this one, Vinton County answered in a minute 23, and Meadowbrook counters in a minute 26. As we got 5:58 on the clock now, with Milam lining up for the extra point.
And I tell you what, as Milam, Wander puts it down, Milam's kick is up. It is good. So now it's 35-7 Meadowbrook, 5:58 left here in the second quarter. Train will keep it here. And, you know, quarterbacks will tell you a lot of times it's not as easy as it looks when you got someone that wide open to deliver it on the money, and Hupp did that. A lot of times it's very easy to underthrow them because you don't put enough on it trying to guide it. But Hupp had all day credit the offensive line there and finds Eubanks 44-yard out. So,
yeah, I mean, Meadowbrook started this game off in his run, and really Casey kind of put him on his back that first quarter and first few minutes of the second quarter. But now this Vinton County is trying to suck in and worry about stopping the running game, and that's where Meadowbrook was able to hit one over the top to Eubanks.
Yeah, you know, we have had, in this quarter, we have had 4 touchdowns in 5 minutes and 3 seconds, roughly. I'll let you do the math.
5 minutes and 2 seconds.
Goodness, you had to do that to me. That ball's going to be out of bounds. So Carr had a job there letting the ball squib out of bounds. And Vinton County will take it at the 30-yard line, or make it the 35-yard line. So we'll see what the Vikings can do. Man in motion, and he will get it for the first time over the 40 to the 42. Raschke.
That's his second carry.
Second carry, yes.
He probably wishes it was his first, because the first one wasn't the result he wanted, but he's going to pick up 6 on that one. He was stuffed behind the line by Flowers on his first carry. This one, he finds some running room and picks up 6.
Yes, that was Raschke. More.
Or he's going to pick up 4.
So this is Carr, the ball carrier. He will get to about the 45-yard line. We'll see who gets up. That Wagon, I believe, on the tackle for Meadowbrook.
So a 4-yard gain for Carr. He's got 74 yards rushing, highlighted by that 40-yard touchdown run as Cale Flowers come off the field for Meadowbrook, holding his back, so that's not good, as they're already down McManaway, and now Flowers a little dinged up. Definitely not what Colts fans want to see. And
Meadowbrook's going to jump all sides.
Turnabout's fair play. Meadowbrook's got Vinton County twice. Vinton County is able to hard count and get the Colts to jump off sides here.
I was just impressed with the couple of right-handed jabs into the turf there by the Meadowbrook defender.
Hey, don't look now, though. Cambridge has tied the game up with Carrollton at 14-14 late in the first half. Inside handoff to Moore.
Yeah, and that's Loy on the tackle. Also, McGuire coming up as well. Yeah, Cambridge offensively, they can put points on the board.
And when they get rolling, they can be as deadly as this Meadowbrook offense. And we saw that firsthand week 3 in that 48-46 barn burner between the two Guernsey County rivals.
So second down and about 5. Man in motion. And this will be Raschke, and he will be hit there by Dorsey.
Dorsey's been putting his body in there from the defensive back position, corner position, getting in there and making some plays. He's got his share of tackles.
Yeah, so Gabe Raschke with his third carry.
That young man's only a sophomore. Well put together young man.
Yes, he is. Carr in motion. Moore has it, and he will get the first down. He needed to get to about the 40.5-yard line. He gets to the 40, and the Vikings up on the line. Going fast, and here's a quick pitch to Carr. He gets a nice block by Raschke.
Yeah, great block by Raschke. He's able to kind of get it down a little wider and then jump up as we talked about, the rain was going to come at some point probably tonight.
It has come.
And it has come right now. Just looked up into the lights, and you can see it raining now.
And literally on that run.
Mm-hmm.
Dorsey on the tackle. So I thought they
There.
gave
Oh, we
the
got
first down.
There's an injured player there for Vinton County.
It is River Hayes, and this
Yes,
will hope he's.
Yep, insider information thanks to our producer Caleb Graham saying number 10, River Hayes.
And that's one of those where River Hayes is out there blocking, and you get rolled up on. And I think that's what happened to the youngster. So breaking action, 3:23 left here in the first half. Meadowbrook up 35-7.
We got a chance. We'll thank our sponsors. We'll stay here for a little while longer. Jagged Edges Hair Studio, Graham Excavating, Pure Love Bakery, GB Roofing, Downtown Arena, and Main Screen Printing. So we'll be right back after a break with more third quarter action.
River Hayes is up and being helped off gingerly to the sidelines. We'll give you an update when we can, as they're going to take him to the back of the sideline and get him checked.
Yeah, I think they might have set the blue 10 up to check on him like they do in the NFL.
Yeah, that was Moore there. He didn't get much as wagging in on the tackle.
Thing is, he didn't get much, but he still picked up 3. Tough kid to bring down. When he hits that hole, he keeps those legs churning.
So Dameron hands off to Carr. Nice cutback. He's got running room. 10-5 touchdown. So how about Carr? 40-yard touchdown run on his last drive, and this one caps this off with a 27-yard jaunt to the house.
So he's having a nice game for Vinton County. He's over 100 yards rushing after that 27-yard touchdown run. He's got 2 rushing touchdowns. 10 carries, 111 yards for him, so he's having a nice ball game. And really helps when 67 of those 111 yards are on the 2 touchdown runs.
So 2:47 left here in the first half. Raschke.
And there is one thing that I do enjoy about the Vinton County touchdowns is you can always hear the Ohio State song.
Yeah, so Raschke's extra point is up and good. 2:47 left here in train. We'll keep it here. But I tell you what, Vinton County back-to-back touchdown drives. The impressive thing with their offense, you know what they're going to do. They're going to run the football So teams are putting 9, 10 guys in the box. But their offensive line, they've been very solid.
Oh, yeah.
Because we know Meadowbrook has a solid run defense, and they've been able to have some success here in the first half.
Yeah, I mean, they're a physical offensive line, and obviously it took them a little while to get going, but obviously they found something in these past 2 possessions, and it's helped their offense to start clicking. And obviously you look back, like we talked about earlier, the penalties. They had that chop block penalty that put them behind the sticks. They had I think I had a holding penalty on their possession, put them behind the sticks. So definitely just some tough situations. They kind of been put behind the 8 ball a little bit, but these past 2 possessions, everything's clicked for them.
And here's another little squib kick as Vinton County's trying to steal a possession. But Meadowbrook's able to bounce on it.
That was a little more dangerous as it got past that first line of defense, so to speak, for the Colts. And
I think it was Noah Lingle who recovered that for Meadowbrook. So now Meadowbrook, who's been better than Meadowbrook, closing out a half with the football.
Yeah, there hasn't been too many, and the big key here is, and that's going to be caught, but Griffin's knees was down. Vinton County's going to get the ball to start the second half. So you're not going to have as big of a swing potentially here, but still, if Meadowbrook can get a touchdown and go up 28 and 21 instead of 21, that just kind of keeps the momentum on your side, so to speak.
And you know, Meadowbrook, they've played behind the sticks on a few of their possessions, but it hasn't stopped them any. As Hupp has time to throw, and he will complete it over the 40.
That was Launder on the reception. Should be a gain of 10.
Yeah, Launder, that's about his 3rd or so reception.
Yeah, 3 catches, 36 yards for him. And Launder, those first 2 weeks, he was that number 1 go-to receiver, but other guys have kind of stepped up, and he's kind of just been another receiver, another weapon for him.
Casey will pick up the first down for Meadowbrook. So nearing the 140 mark in the first half. Meadowbrook with all 3 timeouts, so not in a big hurry. Casey to the left of Hupp. He's got time over the middle. Wide open. Nice catch.
That was a great catch by Griffin there. Threw it behind him a little bit, able to adjust his body and make a great catch. I'm sure Josh Hupp's going to be thanking him, I would say, when they get to the huddle, but what's a huddle anymore in high school football?
But Griffith, he was wide open over the middle.
I think Hupp expected him to sit there, but he kept running that in route.
Flare out to Eubanks. It's incomplete. 1:09 left, so it'll be 2nd down and 10.
And again, we talked about the weather there. You notice how Hupp was a little off with behind the pass on Griffith, even though he probably might have wanted him to stop there. Same situation with Eubanks on that pass. The ball's just a little wet. You can't quite get as good a grip on it, and it could be causing a little bit of difficulties. You kind of see Hupp's got the towel there, and he's kind of wiping his hand off right now to kind of dry his hand.
Yeah, but it's not raining as hard as it was just a little bit ago. Hupp under pressure, still looking, and he is going to be sacked.
Number 20, I think that was Moore that might have got the initial hit.
Moore in
and
there.
6, Blake Brown. Or no, Blake Brown, yeah.
So Meadowbrook will take their first timeout here.
That's going to be a 5-yard loss on the play.
And credit the secondary right there. That is your definition of a coverage sack, because Hupp had time to throw the football. Just nobody open.
And while we're busting our tails up here during this game, we got a dynamic duo photography signing autographs for Meadowbrook players as Brittany and Carson are down there drawing up some plays for some of the Meadowbrook players.
The kicker some info.
Apparently, Brittany's trying to tell Garrett Millum about how she was a all-state kicker back in her playing days.
Hupp rolling out. 3rd and 15. Throwback. He's got Casey. He got a block in running room. 40. 35. First down. He'll be ran out of bounds by Carr on a beautiful call there by offensive coordinator Taryn Jarrett.
And we've saw that a couple different times. If you've been at these Meadowbrook games, that throwback has worked pretty good. I believe a 20-yard gain, the throwback to Casey. I think they got a touchdown on it last week against West Muskingum.
So you would be correct. It is a 20-yard pickup. Meadowbrook still with 2 timeouts, 48 seconds left. Casey has it going around the left end, cuts it up, 20 to the outside. He gets another block, and he'll be ran out of bounds at about the 12-yard line.
So that's going to be 17 if he's ran out of 12.
And while you have Launder.
And never mind.
Yeah, late flag. I think it's going to be against Meadowbrook, but you had Launder
hold.
And Griffith out there getting great blocks. But the flag was thrown behind where Casey was at.
It was thrown clear back in the Meadowbrook backfield because they're going to be 1st and 22 roughly.
Hey, let's call it first down in Derwent to go roughly. 40 seconds left here in the first half. Meadowbrook looking for more points.
Dorsey we're going to.
No flag.
We're going to talk and discuss and say no. They might have ruled that uncatchable, but I think the defender got there just before the ball did.
Yeah.
Meadowbrook faithful wanted the PI call on Vinton County, but they're not going to get it. So 2nd and 22.
35 seconds left. Meadowbrook still with 2 timeouts. So they got time to go over the middle and get a quick timeout.
Okay, here we got these quad receivers to the right for Meadowbrook.
Relay team. Hupp looking, now rushing.
Fires deep.
It is
Casey,
caught.
touchdown.
Are you serious? Touchdown, Meadowbrook.
Caden Casey.
Wow. Josh Hupp, as nice of a throw, being flushed out of the pocket, rolling over near the Vinton County sideline, and was able to get his shoulders turned around and deliver a 41-yard touchdown strike.
And that was just about as pretty as a pass as you could throw. And for those who don't know, with that pass, Josh Hupp broke the single-season passing record that he set last week, as he's continuing to break it with every positive yard completion he makes. So he's just adding to his single-season record with that touchdown pass.
And what Meadowbrook has added, they will have added a running clock.
Not quite.
Okay, has to be.
We need to get 30.
30. Yeah, it's back to a.
And I believe score update, John Glenn's up 21-7 over Union Local at the half. I know it's 21-7. People text me, but they didn't say who was winning. The last score we heard was 7-7 tie. I'm assuming that it's John Glenn winning.
Yeah, that was Meadowbrook now back up by 28. Because Vinton County, they have added touchdowns on their last 2 drives. But Meadowbrook, 6 possessions, 6 touchdowns. And again, for Vinton County, their offense isn't built
No.
to go. They're going to have to get
It's
a
Carr.
big kickoff return, and this is Carr. He breaks a tackle, and he will be.
He's still not being brought down. Finally taken down about the 46-47. Take your pick on who wanted to make the tackle there for the Colts. I mean, Trayvon Mayle's probably in there.
And McGuire is as well.
Yeah. Andrew Sweeney maybe, or Ethan Eubanks?
Ethan Eubanks.
Ethan Eubanks, yes, 64. I couldn't tell if it was 64 or 54. So they're at their own 46, and we might just see the second pass attempt of the night for the Vinton County Vikings here. So Collins is out there as a receiver now. Obviously, River Hayes getting hurt, but hey, why pass when we're going to run the ball and we have 3 timeouts?
Rashly, yes.
And there's the timeout.
So with 7 seconds left.
So that was a good 8-yard gain by Rasky. 9-yard gain.
So Vinton County, probably time for one more play.
So we'll thank our sponsors again, Jagged Edges Hair Studio, Graham Excavating, Pure Love Bakery, Downtown Arena, Main Street Printing, and GB Roofing. And if you're watching on the Boxcast, feel free to click that donate button below.
And we want to thank everyone tuning in to KGP TV. So it'll be 2nd down and 1 from the 45 of Meadowbrook. Dameron still under center. Carr in motion. Carr gets
This
probably
could be
a
a
pass.
pass.
Yeah. And he throws it down.
Going to be intercepted. No, yes.
It is intercepted by Eubanks. Eubanks down there battling the intended receiver, which was Caden Collins, and that will end the first half. Your score at the half: Meadowbrook 42, Vinton County 14. Tell you what we'll do, we'll take a break, step aside, let you watch the Vinton County Viking band along with the Meadowbrook Colt band. Then we'll come back, give you some first half statistics and how the scoring went, and then get you set for second half action as Meadowbrook 24 minutes away from advancing to the second round. We'll be back here on KGP TV.
Auxiliary Instructor Marshall Ward and Field Commander Tyler Farr, we proudly present the 2021 Vinton County Marching Vikings. Tonight we are traveling back in time to the 2000s with these pop rock hits. Feel free to sing along with our first song, made popular in 2006 by My Chemical Romance, Teenagers. We got it going on with this next hit by Fountains of Wayne. Released in 2003, the Viking band has waited so long to share with you Stacy's Mom. The Vinton County Marching Vikings would like to thank you for your support tonight. As we conclude our show, we close out our performance with the slammin' hit released in 2004 by Green Day. Here is Holiday.
across the field as we proudly present your 2021 Meadowbrook Colts Marching Band. The band is under the direction of Mr. Darren McCall. Color Guard Instructor Alice Mashew, Percussion Instructor Greg Serkey, and Wind Instructor Alyssa LeBeau. The Meadowbrook Colts Marching Band will be performing their 2021 show, The Heart of the God. Featured soloists include Connor McIntyre, trumpet, Jordan Mallett, color guard, Emma Davis, color guard, and Sydney Dennison, alto sax.
High School Athletic Association tournament bracket.
Welcome back to Byesville at the half. Meadowbrook in the first round of the Division 4 Region 15 playoffs. Lead Vinton County 42-14. Look how the scoring went for Meadowbrook, 10-23. Up the first quarter, Josh Hupp would take it in on a 10-yard touchdown run. Milam's extra point was good. It was 7-0 Meadowbrook. After a Viking punt, Meadowbrook first play from scrimmage. Caden Casey would take it 78 yards to the house. Extra point was good. 14-0 Meadowbrook. Casey would then, next drive, follow it up with an 8-yard touchdown run to make it 21-0. Casey one more time would take it in. 3rd and goal from the 1 to make it 28-0. Vinton County would get a 40-yard touchdown run from Carr. Hupp to Eubanks, 44-yard touchdown pass would make it 35-7. Carr with his second touchdown run of 27 yards for Vinton County would make it 35-14. And then Hupp to Casey, electrifying 41-yard touchdown pass would get us to the half, 42-14. As I believe that's
Rivera.
Carr, who is dropped down at about the 28. Rivera on the tackle. And partner Casey, Caden Casey, a monster game on the ground first half.
On the ground and in the air, had 4 total touchdowns, 3 rushing and 1 receiving. Had 2 catches, 61 yards, and he added in 10 carries, 143 yards. So he has over 200 yards offense in the first half for the Colts.
And over 14 yards a carry. This is Carr, who has become the workhorse. He gets a couple. Eubanks and Mail on the tackle.
And Carr, speaking of guys over 100 yard rushing, he also is over 100 with 115 after that 4-yard pickup, it looks like.
Yeah, it was Moore early.
Yeah, Moore was early. That bell cow fullback that was getting 5 and 6 yards a carry, but Carr broke a couple touchdowns there in the second quarter to help his rushing total. And speaking of Moore, there he is.
On cue, and he'll get a couple. Hall on the tackle.
It's going to be a gain of 3, it looks like, on that one. So Moore's got 16 carries, 69 yards for the Colts, or for the Vikings.
So Dameron, again, under center. Raschke in motion. It'll go to Moore, and Moore should have the first down. He's pushed back.
We do have a flag down. So the umpire there, we're going to have, it looks like it's going to be a face mask on the Colts as the initial call.
Mail in there on the initial hit, but I don't think he was the one.
And it was a big pile.
Yeah.
It's going to be a face mask. And they're only calling a face mask, so it's only going to be a 5-yard penalty on the Colts. So just kind of a little inadvertent there.
So that'll move it up to the Viking 45-yard line. First down and 10, just underway here. Thanks for joining us on KGP TV. Carr takes it around the right end, cuts it up.
And he's having to earn every yard he gets there.
Yeah, Bob with the
Bob,
tackle.
Reese, Mayo, I think all 3 of them in there on the hit. So gain of 3.
So the rain has stopped, and we may have a good shot to get through the rest of this game without any more precipitation.
There's a nice little misdirection.
And that's Carr gone.
He's gone.
30, 20, 10, lunges in, touchdown.
And looking, there's no laundry on the field.
Yeah, and I'm looking. I think that was Bob who laid out and tripped him up. But Carr was able to maintain and get over the end zone. So touchdown Vikings, and a nice response. And I tell you, Vinton County, they're down by 3 scores, but they have scored their last 3 possessions.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's all been courtesy of Carr. He's been the driver.
Rashke. Extra point is up, and it is good. 9:51 left. Here in the third quarter, your score is now Meadowbrook 42, Vinton County 21. We'll take a brief timeout and be back for Meadowbrook's first possession of the second half. Welcome back to Eugene Capers Field. 52-yard touchdown run by Zane Carr for the Vikings. Has cut Meadowbrook's lead back to 3 scores at 42-21. And KGP TV would love to give a shout out to Bridget George, who is tuning in for our broadcast this evening to root Meadowbrook on. And there's another squib kick.
She could almost get the binoculars out and look from the top of the hill and could watch the game.
And that was Cam Morrison who brought it up. I tell you, sometimes with these numbers, it's tough to see. We could always use a KGP spotter. So, Bridget, just contact Caleb Graham by email. See if you can work out some kind of monetary agreement. First down carry.
It's going to be
Casey.
Gain of 7.
Oh, Casey has had a monster game.
So a couple score updates. I read it incorrectly. I don't think I said it on the air. Cambridge is trailing 23-14 as Launder's going to catch that pass and pick up the first down.
Yeah, as he will get it down to about near the 25.
So it's going to be about a gain of 20.
Yes. Caden Collins on the tackle. And there was, again, that RPO where Hupp pulls it out of Casey's belly and then delivers a strike over the middle. Meadowbrook just giving their next opponent something to look at. Hupp does it again. He finds Eubanks to about the 17-yard line. Brock Moore on the tackle.
They're going to mark it another first down there.
That would be Brock Moore of Vinton County. 8:45 clock running. There's the same play over the middle.
This time to Griffith. And this time another first down.
And he will get inside the 5. So that's a gain of about 11. We'll see where they mark it.
I think it's going to be a gain of 12. They're going to mark it at 4, it looks like.
Remember, I had my out right there, depending on where they mark it. So it will be first and goal. Meadowbrook from the 4. Bop will take it, and he will take it in. Touchdown, Meadowbrook. Sam Bop from 4 yards out. And Meadowbrook's offense just continues to bebop right along.
And only a minute and 15 later, so Vinton County cuts into the deficit with a touchdown on their opening drive. Meadowbrook answers right back. Talk about a quick scoring offense. It seems like As soon as one hits a touchdown, less than 2 minutes later, the other one quickly counters.
Launder puts it down. Milam's kick is up. It is good. 8:16 left. Meadowbrook back up by 28, 49-21.
Another score of interest. John Glenn's leading Union Local 28-7. Indian Valley's up 24-6 over Philo.
And you know, we thought that was of the Region 15 games. We thought the Indian Valley Philo was the biggest heavyweight matchup. Not surprised Indian Valley's winning, especially at home in their backyard.
Yeah.
But thought it would be closer than that, and there's still time left. But the Braves, they've got an outstanding football team.
Yeah, they're always one of the top high school football programs in the area, and obviously they earned that. I believe they're number 4 seed in Division 4 Region 15. So
I think
they're 5.
5, I believe. Yeah, I think that was the 5-12 matchup. With Meadowbrook being the 6th seed.
John Glenn would be the 4. Yeah.
So squib kick is handled. And man, a nice return up to about the 48-yard line.
That's Blake Brown.
Yes, it was.
He got the legs churning, and I think he was going to be pretty tough to bring down. Definitely nobody wanted to step in front of him trying to take his legs out.
And you know, Meadowbrook, 8:10 left here in the third quarter. They would love to get one stop and another score to get the running clock up and going, but Vinton County not making it easy. 3 straight touchdown drives. This is Ratchke, and he's going to be wrapped up by Eubanks and a host of Colts.
The amazing thing, it looked like he was going to get hit at the line, but he kind of turned sideways and started scooting between some defenders and still picked up, I think, 3 yards on that play. Good second little wind or second effort or whatever we want to call that out of Rasky.
And I'm looking over there, and I'll tell you after this, as card, there's a flag. This should be, I think, illegal procedure, I would think, against the Vikings. It is. Scanning the sidelines of Vinton County, I see a young man with an ankle wrapped and on crutches, and I believe that would be one River Hayes.
Yeah,
and Hayes.
Unfortunate for that young man.
Yeah, he's a nice football player. Had a nice first half. And like we said, unfortunately, it looked like he was just downfield blocking and got rolled up on the sideline.
And speaking of nice football players, that extra point by Garrett Mellum is going to tie Josh Sills for the most extra points made in a game for Meadowbrook, and we still got just over 19 more minutes of football to play, and we might see a potential record breaker there.
That was Mail on the tackle.
Who ran that? Was that Carr?
For Meadowbrook. I believe so.
I was too busy worrying about the record-breaking efforts from Milam that I wasn't paying attention to the game.
So 6:58 left. Don't forget, coming up, it's D-Train's Pick 6 segment.
I'm ready for it. I do.
Where he will give you the winner of 6 of the biggest games in college football tomorrow in 1 sentence or less.
Oh, less than 1 sentence.
Well, you know, I never have trouble getting it in under 1 sentence. Of course, a lot of times I can't put 1 sentence together. That may be the reason.
All I need is a subject and a verb, and we're good. It's a sentence.
Hey, we could work, depending on time constraints, it may be in 3 words or less. So, Dameron.
I'll take Ohio State, but that's 4 because
that's Brock. More and more. Man, does he run hard. He'll get the first down.
That's Colt 39.
like Dyer and Wagon in on the tackle for Meadowbrook. But another first down.
That's going to be kept by Dameron.
Wow.
So that's only the second time that he's kept one. He kept one earlier, but there was a penalty on him, a holding. This time he's brought down. Meadowbrook sniffs it out easily.
Yeah, Dameron really runs this offense well.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a lot of misdirection and stuff. But you're right, that is only, well, that's his first official carry. Because the other one he had was a nice run, as you said, for a first down, but it was called back. So he lost 2 yards there, 2nd and 12. This is Carr going around the right end. He's had success there. Bop.
And I tell you what, it's a good thing that Sam Bop was there. Because I think if Sam Bop wasn't there, Carr was going to get a head of steam, and he may have been trotting the end zone. And again, I want to point out Bop's 5'6", 130 pounds. Playing that, he plays more about a 5'10", 180 player than the size that he plays with.
3rd and 7. This is more running hard. As Eubanks, they're on the initial hit, along with Launder. But that is another first down, and I tell you, you hyped this Vinton County running game, and
they got well over 200 yards.
Yes, they have been impressive. They just cannot stop Meadowbrook. It's Reese with the tackle there of Raschke.
So Raschke get quickly taken down there as we're having a little fun here in the press box. Some stuff starting to break and fall down, but good thing Caleb's a Mr. Fix-It-All and quickly repaired the issue.
Moore. Still running hard again.
And this thing we talked about, Vinton County's not a big play team. They're down 4 touchdowns, and as you've seen, they've run every play on this drive, and they really aren't playing with a bunch of tempo here, so it's kind of, you're just the clock is Meadowbrook's best friend right now.
Yeah, 3rd and 3. That was Wagon and Loy on the stop, and this is going to be Carr. Cuts it up. He's got a first down, and then some. Turns on the dime, breaks it outside. 1st and goal.
Yeah.
Vinton County as Mail will run them out of bounds.
Yeah, that was a nice move by Carr. He turned it up the field and just popped it the outside and picked about 5 or 6 more yards to give yet another first down. I believe it's going to be a 12-yard gain by Carr.
Hey, if it's at the 5, give them 16.
Oh, it's at the 5. Yeah, so give him 16. Yeah, it's going to be 1st and goal for sure.
And quarterback sneak, Dameron still pushing. The line's pushing. He's going to be stopped short.
So Carr's pushing close to 200 yards rushing himself. So we're talking this Vinton County's close to 300 yards on the ground today. But still, they got almost 300 yards rushing. But man, the Colts have had 7 possessions, 7 touchdowns.
Yes. Meadowbrook's offense, running and passing, just been too much. But Vinton County, they're showing you why they won, why they went 6 and 3. Let's see if Dameron keeps it again. No, he gives it to Moore. Moore is going to be stopped short.
Good job. Who was out on the defensive line?
Hall.
Grabbed on for dear life and hung on and waited for his teammates to help him clean up.
Clayton Hall.
Yep, that was Clayton Hall, big number 66, Clayton Hall.
So Vinton County will line up quickly.
And they lined up with a little bit of tempo there a couple different times in the first half. Seemed to kind of catch the Colts off guard. So they're going to try it again as Carr's going to get it.
And he'll get it. Yeah, Carr into the end zone around the right side. So a 2-yard touchdown run for Carr. And the Vikings, 4 consecutive touchdown drives. Meadowbrook has 7 consecutive.
And all 4 have been touchdowns by Carr. So if people in Southern Ohio and Vinton County have them on their fantasy team, they're celebrating every one of those touchdown runs.
So Carr, 2-yard touchdown run. Raschke. Extra point is good. So 3 minutes, 1 second left. 49-28. Meadowbrook. We'll see if Meadowbrook can make it 8 out of 8.
And so we talked about the counter punches, how they've counter punched quick. Well, that time it was 5 minutes and 15 seconds later, and that's just a fact of running the wing tee where you're just going to play power football and pound it and churn out yardage instead of hitting those big plays. And really, this point in the game, I don't know if Vinton County wants to take 5 minutes off the clock. They want to score the touchdown, but I don't know if they want to use up 5 minutes to get that touchdown. Because if they do that, more drives like that, obviously they're going to run out of time. And that's saying they do get Meadowbrook stopped on the defensive end too, because that's been a struggle here the first 7 possessions for the Vikings.
And speaking of Meadowbrook and tournament action, we want to wish the Lady Colts tomorrow district finals at Buckeye Trail. So they'll travel down to Old Washington to take on a rival they're very familiar with, the Claymont Mustangs. So that game is at 11 o'clock. Game 2, the Division 4 championship, Strasburg and the Lady Zeps, also at Old Washington. So we want to wish the Lady Zeps the best of luck as well, as that's Bob, I do believe. Casey. Up to the 39-yard line.
So update, Carrollton's up 30-21 over Cambridge. That's almost midway in the fourth quarter, so Bobcats got a little work to do late in that one.
And looks like we've got a cramp.
And that's
and a flag. But not, I guess he's picked up the flag now.
Surprising the thing is, it's only in the mid-50s here. And got a player cramping up. Usually you don't see that as often in late October as you do in you normally do in late August.
But I tell you what, if that was Casey, I can understand it.
Yeah, he does have over 200 yards of offense, so it's understandable.
Yeah, and that's both legs. I know when you cramped up in the second quarter and Caleb had to massage it out, it was only one leg. I couldn't imagine. Of course, some of us has had with cramps in both legs, and that is.
Oh no, that's never fun.
Never fun.
One's deadly, but when you have it on 2, it's like somebody just shot you in the leg.
They're close to having Casey, the training staff, looks like they're close to having him in the Las Vegas leg lock. He may tap out right here. So 2:52 left. We want to thank you for joining us here on KGP TV. And Train, how about a shout out to our sponsors?
Okay, we want to thank Jagged Edge's Hair Studio, Graham Excavating, Pure Love Bakery, Downtown Arena, Main Screen Printing, and GB Roofing. So we appreciate them, especially Jagged Edge's coming along for the playoff run, and the other ones who have been main sponsors all year long for us. So we appreciate everything they do to help us provide this live stream for everybody.
Yeah, Casey's up, and looks like he's going to be okay. Of course, that's easy for me to say. I don't have 2 massive cramps in both legs.
And in the end of that play, he was down at the 39. It's spotted at the 44 now, and the closer, Kirby Graham, coming through for us, saying it was a 5-yard face mask penalty on Vinton County on the play.
All right, so this is Bob. He turns on the Jets. 50. 40, he's still going, 30, 20, he's going to be knocked out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. by Bop. And now Bop is a little slow getting up. Let's hope he's okay, as that was Brown who knocked him out.
And with McManaway out, the third string back could be Morrison as he's coming in, or it could be Rivera if Bop has to be and Casey both have to be out an extended amount of time here for this game.
And before we go to break, yeah, it looks like Morrison, who is coming in. So ball spotted at the 25. That is
the ball spotted at the 13. I know on the scoreboard it says 25, but the ball's right on the 13.
Okay,
it should have been
13. Okay,
should have been. I got it as a 43-yard
43.
kick.
Okay.
And Bop's okay as he's a man and he's just running off the field. He's letting everybody know he's okay.
Well, I tell you what, he got hit and then shoved at about the 42-yard line, and somehow he was able to stay in bounds. And boy, did he find another gear.
He's 5'6", 130 pounds, but man, that kid has the heart of a lion for sure.
So I believe that is Morrison, 20 in the backfield with Hupp to his left. And it'll be Morrison who breaks 2 tackles. And we'll pick up some positive yardage there.
It's a good inside handoff there. It's going to be a gain of either 4 or 5 on the play.
Yeah, that was Moore and Waltz on the tackle.
And good news, Colts fans, Bop's back in at running back.
Pistol formation. Pass in the flats, incomplete. Intended for Griffith. So it'll be 3rd down and 5. Meadowbrook can get a first down at the 3. Bop got a first down
and he's
and
got
more.
A touchdown.
He's got a touchdown. Meadowbrook. So Meadowbrook makes it a perfect 8 for 8. 8 possessions, 8 touchdowns, as Bop takes it in for his 2nd touchdown. 8 yards out. So Milam for the extra point.
And a hush is falling over the crowd here as we're looking for the game-winning PAT here to set a new school record.
Kick is up, and it's good.
So officially on that one, Garrett Milam sets the single-game school record here at Meadowbrook with 8 extra points made in a single game, breaking the then record of Josh Sills. And
yeah,
he ended up doing some pretty good things, and hopefully is going to continue, as he was offensive lineman for the West Virginia Mountaineers and currently offensive lineman for the, I think, still undefeated Oklahoma State Cowboys.
Maybe Garrett will follow in his footsteps.
Yeah, I thought.
There you go.
No, the Cowboys, I think, did they go down last week?
I was thinking they won, but I could be wrong.
I think they did. I think they did lose last week. I'm trying to think.
I was thinking they played Texas and beat Texas.
Yeah, they beat Texas, but that was a couple of weeks ago. I'm trying to think who. I'll check on that. But I tell you what, though, congratulations to Milam as he knocks Josh Sills from the Meadowbrook record books. And a partner, I'll let you make that phone call to Mr. Sills and tell him he's no longer number 1 in the record book.
Well, it's a good thing I lost his number a couple of years ago.
Hey, I tell you what.
I'm sure Josh is extremely pleased. If he's watching, he's probably happy for the young man.
And here's a bobbled kickoff that's picked up and running the wrong way back at the 10, back up to the 20. Nice return. That was Lane Habron, a freshman, and he showed some juice there.
And I tell you what, give credit to freshman Nick Norman. He was on his tail the whole time. I don't think he made the tackle, but he was right on his heels for about 20, 30 yards of all that running.
So 144. Left here in the third quarter, this offensive shootout. Carr has it on the pitch. Looks to turn the corner. He is strung out nicely by the Meadowbrook defense. Mail over there, Griffith as well as Wagon. So it'll be second down for the Vikings. Second down, we'll call it 6. And that's Moore on the carry. Mail on the tackle for Meadowbrook.
Had to step away because when the closer asks you to do something, you come through. And, hey, he comes through for us again. Cowboys lost last week to Iowa State.
It was Iowa State, yes. So that's Moore, and he's got running room over the 40 to about the 47-yard line. Mail and Eubanks on the tackle for Meadowbrook, but another first down in Vinton County. They've got their offense rolling in high gear.
That's going to put Moore over 100 yards as we're under a minute left here in the third quarter.
So Vinton County was shut down their first 3 drives, but they have scored on every drive since.
Hey, we got a pass
Dameron,
attempt
yes.
here. And that's the first
Ooh.
completion.
Wow.
Aiden Reese on the tackle for Meadowbrook.
And that pass went to Raschke.
So first completion of the game, but it's a gain of nothing for the Vikings.
So this could be the last play of the third quarter. Carr in motion. He gets the handoff. Round the right end. Makes one man miss. And he's in the Meadowbrook secondary beyond the 40. Inside the 34, Morrison.
That's been their bread and butter play there.
And Griffith to knock him down. So that'll stop the clock, and then they'll start it.
I believe a 19-yard gain, and that's going to be the third quarter.
Yes. 3 in the books here. Meadowbrook 12 minutes away from advancing to the second round. When your score after 3, Meadowbrook 56, Vinton County 28, but Vikings on the move when we come back here on KGP TV for fourth quarter action. Fourth quarter action. And that's Raschke. Round the left end, he's inside the 30. For a gain of about 7, possibly 8. Clayton Hall on the tackle for the Colts. Let's give Rasky
Let's give him 8.
8. Carr started to
And-
go in motion, came back, and
And it's going to be offsides on the Colts.
so the Vikings continue to sail. You like that? Towards the end zone. Well, I tell you, they have really got their offense in gear. They have been impressive. Meadowbrook's offense has been perfect thus far. Dameron gives it to, no, he's going to keep it himself. And he will be tripped up by Morrison.
Dameron, I think, picked up 3 on that.
Yes. And Dameron hasn't kept the ball that much. But when you've got horses in the backfield like Carr, Moore, and Rasky, you can see why. You may consider yourself fourth option. Second down. Oh, and there's Carr. And he will have another first down. It's Dorsey will bring him down. But no, they're going to mark him.
Just short.
Yes, it was close. I thought he initially had it. But when he cut back, he lost just a yard. So 3rd down and 1. For the Vikings. Moore has it, and he has the first down. Eubanks in,
Gonna be at the
along
6.
with Hayden Loy.
That was the 24th carry of the day for Moore. And we're going to have a timeout here, it looks like. The officials timeout.
Yeah,
must
Meadowbrook's
have-
got another. They've got, I think, a
Okay, yeah,
player down with a
yeah.
cramp as we're looking to see who that is. And I'll tell you what, 9:32 left. We'll step aside as well and be back for more action here on KGP TV.
Good evening. Enjoy tonight's game. Before we start, we have a few updates from great things going on at Meadowbrook High School and throughout the Rolling Hills District. We've really created a focus at Meadowbrook here in the last 4 years of college and career readiness. And as a result, we are offering 43 different college classes to our students each year. And I'm proud to say that over 25% of Meadowbrook students are currently enrolled in at least one college course. We also have made to focus on career readiness as well, making sure students that graduate and do not want to go on to college have options. As a result, we have partnered with Belmont Career and Technical Center to offer industry recognized credentials in welding and STNA. Those students will come out of school with 12 points of industry credentials and ready to go.
Welcome back to Byesville. Meadowbrook up 56-28, 9:31 left. Let's 1st and goal from the 6, and this is going to be Carr round the right end. He will be dropped
And
just short of the goal
call
line.
Is, yeah. So 5-yard gain from Carr. He's got 227 yards rushing.
As he was pulled down literally inches from the goal line. So Dameron, see if he may sneak it here. No, he's going to give it to Moore.
And I tell you what, that's deserving for Moore. His 25th carry, and he gets in the end zone. 25 carries, 116 yards. Talk about a guy who's just worked his tail off tonight, taken a lot of hits, and delivered a lot on the other end as well. So finally crossing the end zone for him. Good for him.
Yeah, it's 8:37 on the clock. And Vinton County, they're thinking of going for 2. And they are. That's Carr. Can he turn the corner? He gets stood up, still fighting. He is stopped short. Wow, what defensive effort there by Meadowbrook. So, wow, that was an impressive stop there on the 2-point conversion for Meadowbrook. And it looked like for Meadowbrook, Evan Dyer Jr. That was in one of the Colt players that was in on the hit there. So 8:37 left. And it is 56-34. We said the winner of this game will take on the winner of Union Local and John Glenn. And the last report we had, John Glenn seemed to have things well in hand, which would lead to a Meadowbrook bus drive next Friday night to New Concord to take on the John Glenn Muskies. Muskies defeated Meadowbrook 35-7 earlier in the year. As here's a squib kick fielded nicely by Meadowbrook and getting it up to about the 47-yard line. And that was Dalen Rivera on the kickoff return.
Meadowbrook going to start in great field position here at their own 48.
And really, for Meadowbrook, the only pressure is your perfect 8 for 8. You may have 2 more possessions. Can you go perfect for the entire ball game? How many times has that been done? Come on, closer. I know you're out there watching us. Let's check the books.
He's already been feeding me all kinds of tidbits tonight. I'm not going to use one of the tidbits now, but in probably 8 minutes and 31 seconds of clock time, I can use it.
All right, Casey gets it over midfield, but I'm curious, has Meadowbrook ever scored on every single possession?
The most points they scored in a game was almost 8 years to date on October 26, 2013, when they dropped 70 on Zanesville Rosecrans.
And here's Morrison. Morrison gets over the 45 to about the 43. He's going to be a little short of the first down as Moore and Collins in there for the tackle. Tell you, Moore, you talked about his running. He's a outstanding linebacker as well.
So we got 3rd and 2 here.
I tell you, Vinton County, they have playmakers all over the field. They just have not been able to slow down Meadowbrook. In fact, Meadowbrook hasn't had a 4th down this game. And I tell you what, they haven't had many 3rd downs.
But really, with the exception of the John Glenn, not too many teams has been able to slow down this Meadowbrook offense.
And there's a pass over the middle again off the RPO. And Launder with another catch. And Meadowbrook, with the way they've been able to run the ball train, they can get that any time they want because the linebackers, they have to come up to look to stop the run.
Yeah, when they've established such a good running game, it kind of forces you have to suck those linebackers in, and then right where those linebackers were, that's where Launder's sitting on that quick slant and an easy 10-yard completion.
So Meadowbrook kind of taking the air out of the ball here some.
Yep, and a little delayed offense, making sure they run the whole 40 seconds down as they're going to snap it now here with 1 second.
And that's going to be Casey. He's going to be stood up right about the 30. Gain of about 4. And again, Moore on the tackle. Brock Moore, that is. So, ball at the 30, and
do you think his middle name's Lesnar? Since the way you're saying it, I know where you're going every time.
Would that make you his advocate?
I could be Paul Heyman if he needed to be.
Oh, a Paul Heyman reference. Who would have thought it? We'd squeeze it in. Week 11 of the high school football season. I tell you what, Vinton County's defense, they've got to be appreciative of this, slowing it down. And this is going to be Hupp. Wow. On the keeper, and somebody got trucked.
And we're going to have a hold on the Colts here.
But that's going to come back. And for Meadowbrook and for a lot of fans, that's one of the frustrating holding calls, as it looked like the flag was thrown on the other side. The play was around the left end, and the holding, I think, was thrown way over on the right side of the football. So Meadowbrook now looking at 3rd down and 16.
We have a final from Carrollton. Carrollton 37-21 victors over the Bobcats, as that pass sails a little high.
Yeah, nice defense there by Brady Waltz, sophomore. So Meadowbrook, they have scored on all 8 drives. This is drive 9, but they're facing a 3rd and 16. 3 receivers to the right. Vikings nearly jumped, but they were able to hold their water there on the first clap. And there's a handoff. Casey breaks a tackle. 30, 20. He's got a first down and then some on 3rd and 16. Casey will take it from the Vinton County 40 and broke 2 tackles on the way, and will take it down to about the 15.
And John Glenn's leading 35-21 over Union Local. Just an update on that score.
All right, Meadowbrook needed 16.
Got 25.
And they got 25 to keep the streak alive. Hupp gives it to Casey. He cuts it up and will be dropped for a short gain. Brown in on the tackle for the Vikings. As we're nearing the 4.5-minute mark, unless Vinton County turns the ball over on their next possession, this will probably be the last time Meadowbrook touches the football.
Very well could
Yeah,
possibly
because
be.
they are using the entire play clock.
And it's always a smart thing to do. Obviously, running gets the team with the wing tee. There's going to be a lot of hard hitting it inside, and Meadowbrook's already a little banged up with Brady McManaway being out tonight. So it's kind of just about surviving in advance.
And that's Casey. He cuts back. He's inside the 5. Touchdown, Meadowbrook. Caden Casey having a career night as he takes it in from 12 yards out.
And give him now, I believe, I'm going to use up every finger on one hand, 5 touchdowns tonight.
Wow. So Casey from 12 yards out.
And the Meadowbrook faithful want him to go for 2 because they want to go up 30 to get that running clock. And I think Coach Norman and staff is going to listen to the crowd. Maybe the first coach of all time to ever listen to the crowd during a game.
And now unsportsmanlike conduct against the Vikings. So yeah, you're right. This ain't a run it up. It's to try to get the clock, even though there's only 3:52 left. Hupp will keep it, and he will take it into the end zone. So the 2-point conversion by Hupp, and it makes it a 64-34 game with 3:52 left. Wow. So, partner, let's shoot through our pick 6 segment where my partner will give you the winners. Let's go. Auburn and Ole Miss. Survey says.
Ole Miss.
Baylor and Texas. Well, that should be a shootout.
Don't trust Texas. Baylor.
Michigan at Michigan State. 2 top 10 ranked teams.
I don't know which one's more overrated, but I'll go with the Wolverines and the victory.
How about the biggest cocktail party in the South? Georgia and Florida.
Georgia's got the best defense in college right now. I got to go with the Bulldogs.
North Carolina at Notre Dame.
I got to pick Notre Dame. North Carolina just hasn't lived up to the hype this year.
Florida State and Clemson.
And I asked Tommy to pick this one just because it's the 90s was Florida State, and I hate Dabo Swinney, so the talking stops when the spear drops. Let's go Seminoles.
And we'll get to the one at the shoe.
He slid and caught that. He should have been down, right? Or did he not? Was his knee not down?
He'll take it out to the 32. It was close, but we'll give to him no qualms there. And then the big one at the shoe, Penn State, coming off their loss to the Illini, take on Ohio State, offensively playing as well as anyone right now in college football. Survey says.
Yeah, I don't know if that was a trap game or not, but when you got a degree from the Ohio State University, you got to pick Ohio State every week, so I'll be taking the Buckeyes.
Hey, when it goes 9 overtimes, it's no longer a trap game.
That's
the Illini just made them so clock running.
You knew the run was coming, and Illinois still was turning out yards on the ground against them.
This is Carr, and Carr will be stopped, and this is Eubanks in there on a hit. And I think one of the players for the Vikings has just got ejected, I do believe. Or the official not maybe ejecting them, is just asking them to take them out as they have stopped the clock. We'll see why. I didn't see a flag.
Well,
they're just spotting the ball back. So Carr with no yardage there. And now the clock will start. So it'll be 2nd down and 10, and that's Vikings. They have scored on 5 consecutive drives. The Hammer throwing
Screen.
a screen pass to Moore. And he will pick up
3.
maybe 3.
So we talked about these guys not being much of a passing team. Dameron's
You can say,
two.
yeah.
Dameron's 2 of 3 passing for 3 yards, and then Carr did that halfback pass that was intercepted by Eubank. So they're 2 of 4 as a team for 4 yards. When you have more pass attempts than you do yardage through the air, that's not a good sign. As Dameron's going to keep this one.
And Dameron's going to get positive yardage. He's going to get a first down. As things are starting to get a little chippy, this game's been played well, and I tell you, one of the Vikings players very upset about something. Yeah, but you don't want anybody to do anything crazy here. And with that first down, this should, without a turnover, keep the ball to Vinton County, and Meadowbrook will end the night a perfect 9 for 9 on scoring drives. Moore. He got hit initially in the backfield.
But, man, every time that young man, he falls forward, you're not going to knock him back too often. He picks up maybe a yard on the play.
Yeah, and on the initial hit was Marshall Dyer. So we're down to 1 minute left. But what a game. An offensive night for the record books. 9 possessions, 9 touchdowns for Meadowbrook. Dameron. He's going to throw it over the middle, and it's going to be
picked.
intercepted. Dorsey looking for a block. And now he's going to be driven back.
And here probably comes some flags. Yep. And there's another.
Yeah.
And no, this is not what you want.
Yeah, no, you did not want to see
This is not
this.
what you want.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of players from Meadowbrook running out there, and their coaches are dragging them back. Smart decision by the Meadowbrook coaches. Get these young men off the field.
Hey, there's coaches.
And I know we got a coach on the ground, a Meadowbrook player on the ground here, so it's complete chaos. We had a football game and a WWE Battle Royal just broke out.
I tell you what, the officials, they may have stopped this game. Hopefully, there's no need. There's no need to continue, and it's sad that the game has ended or will end around on a note like this, and it's. But there's the entire coaching staff's over there, and we've seen flags thrown. There's still someone down on the ground.
Yeah, and that's the last thing you want. I mean, I get it; these are young men and everything, and sometimes your emotions gets the best of you. But and the officials are saying that's it, we're done, and that's for the best. And good job by Vinton County's coaches. They're making sure none of their players try running off to the opposite sidelines.
Yeah, they're not going to shake hands. They're just going to end. There's someone down. I don't think it's. It's not a player. But Meadowbrook victorious 64-34. And now the refs they're calling, I believe, for the ambulance, and this is very unfortunate. A very unfortunate ending. So Meadowbrook advances to take on John Glenn in New Concord. Congratulations to Meadowbrook as they move on. Congratulations to Vinton County on their season, a valiant effort
And
tonight.
and also congratulations to this senior class. Wasn't going to mention it until the end of this game. Unfortunately, there's still some time left, but we're just going to go ahead and call it. They set the school record for most wins in a 4-year period with their 31st win and counting.
So John Glenn they have won all, and that was and that is play. We're still looking to. Try to get a number. Marshall, is that?
Yeah, it's
Marshall Dyer. So let's hope that he's okay. So Meadowbrook victorious 64-34. We'll take a quick timeout, and when we come back, we'll wrap things up, give you the scoring and some of the final stats here on KGP TV as Meadowbrook advances and moves on. Welcome back to Byesville on the campus of Meadowbrook High School, where Meadowbrook's victorious with a 64-34 victory over the Vikings. And it was an offensive performance by both teams. But for Meadowbrook, a perfect night. And it started out on the opening drive where Josh Hupp would cap it off with a 10-yard touchdown run. Milam's extra point was good, and Meadowbrook would lead 7-0 at the 10:23 mark of the first quarter. After forcing a Viking punt on the first play, it would be Caden Casey who would start the night of his high school football career life. A 78-yard touchdown run. Milan's extra point was good, and Meadowbrook would lead 14-0 with 7:04 left in the first quarter. Again, Caden Casey, next possession, Meadowbrook would cap it off on an 8-yard touchdown run. Extra point by Milam was good, and it was 21-0 Meadowbrook. 5 seconds into the second quarter. And then, next possession, Meadowbrook would get it down to the 1-yard line, and they would count on Caden Casey again to take it in, this time from 1 yard out. Milam's extra point was good, and with 8:47 left in the second quarter, Meadowbrook was off and running, up 28-0. But then Vinton County would then get their offense going, and it would be Zane Carr who would get it going offensively with a 40-yard touchdown run. Extra point by Rasky was good. And at 7:24 left in the second quarter, Vinton County's on the board, and it's 28-7 Meadowbrook. Then Meadowbrook would answer quickly. Josh Hupp to the air, 44-yard touchdown strike. The Hunter Eubanks. Milam's extra point was good, and with 5:58 left in the second quarter, Meadowbrook would go back up 35-7. Here come the Vikings. And again, it would be Carr. This time a 27-yard touchdown run. Rashke's extra point was good, and with 2:47 left in the first half, it was 35-14 Meadowbrook. And then Meadowbrook, Hupp, to Casey, an electrifying 41-yard touchdown pass with 25 seconds left in the half. Milam's extra point would send Meadowbrook to the locker room at the half with a 42-14 lead over Vinton County. The Vikings would get the ball to start the second half, and it would be Carr again, as Zane Carr this time would drive 52 yards to the house. Rashke's extra point was good, and it was 42-21 Meadowbrook. 9:51 left in the third. Meadowbrook would get the ball and drive down, and it would be Sam Bopp who would take it in for 4 yards out. Milam's extra point was good, and Meadowbrook would go back up 49-21 with 8:16 left in the third quarter. And then Vinton County would get the longest sustaining drive of the night, one over 5 minutes, where they would cap it off again. Zane Carr, a 2-yard touchdown run. Rashke's extra point was good, and it was 49-28 Meadowbrook with 3:01 left in the third quarter. And then Meadowbrook, right at the end of the third quarter, would give the ball to Sam Bopp, and he would run it in from 8 yards out. Milam's extra point was good, and Meadowbrook would lead 56-28 going into the fourth quarter, where Vinton County would get a 1-yard touchdown run by Brock Moore. The 2-point conversion was no good, and with 8:37 left, Vinton County would cut it to 56-34, but then Meadowbrook, on their 9th offensive drive of the night, they would make it a perfect 9 for 9, as it would be Caden Casey who would take it in from 12 yards out. A 2-point conversion by Josh Hupp would extend the lead to 30 at 64-34, which constituted the running clock with 3:52 left, and things got a little ugly at the end of the game, unfortunately. And we hope Marshall Dyer, who had to be helped off the field, we hope and pray that he's all right and good to go next week. But Meadowbrook, wow, what an impressive 64-34 win. And Josh, 9 touchdowns, 9 possessions for Meadowbrook, and Vinton County, give them credit, as they scored on 5 consecutive possessions and were stopped on their 6th one, which led to a little brief melee, I guess you could say, at the end of the game.
Yeah, kind of at a loss of words. And I can say, unfortunately, this isn't the first high school game that I've been to where this happened. I remember being at a Union local Buckeye Trail game, Week 10. Obviously, they're big Belmont County rivals, and that game got canceled a little bit early because of skirmish between 2 rivals. And obviously, yeah, like we said, sometimes the tempers of these kids get the best of them, and you just got to hope that everybody came out safe, especially Marshall Dyer. Thoughts are with him right now. Hopefully he's okay, because obviously he's a big major cog for Meadowbrook on the offensive and defensive line. But you got to give Meadowbrook a lot of credit. It was a lot of Hupp, Eubanks, Casey, and Bop. I mean, Casey had, I think, 5 total touchdowns, ran for almost 200, caught for 61, had, like I said, the 5 total touchdowns. Hupp had a rushing touchdown, threw for 273 yards on my count, and threw for another 2 touchdowns. Eubanks had 7 catches, 7 catches for 8 catches for 98 yards and a touchdown. Also had a fumble recovery and an interception on the defensive end. Bop did a great job, 6 carries, 73 yards, and 2 touchdowns for him. So, I mean, great job for them. And you got to give Vinton County some credit. They fought, and they had a couple guys with great games. Carr Kid I had him for 227 yards rushing. Moore had him for 117. So, two solid performances by those 2 young men on the other end.
Yeah, and just wow, what an offensive explosions. Both teams combined for 98 points. Meadowbrook, perfect on the night, offensive possessions, and they advance to take on John Glenn in what ought to be a great game next Friday night.
So they didn't set a record for scoring, but this game is second all-time. We said earlier the game against Zanesville Rosecrans on October 26, 2013. Meadowbrook scored 70 points. Tonight they put up 64, which, ironically, remember when we were having our pregame meal downstairs, one of the Meadowbrook coaches talked about the Oak Hill game. That was the number 2 game where Meadowbrook scored 62 points on them. This game topped it by 2 points with 64 points. So congratulations on this group to be the second most points in the game scored. And then, of course, congratulations to Garrett Milam as he set the record book for most extra points made in a game for the Colts. So, and then, of course, Josh Hupp continuing to rewrite the record books as he continues to add on his career passing yards in a season. So, and he's going to get a chance to continue that Friday.
I believe both teams combined for 13 of 13 on extra points. Both teams went for 1 2-point conversion, but all extra points were made. That has to be some kind of national high school record, too. 13 consecutive extra points made in the game. Just an outstanding job by Milam and Raschke for Vinton County. Well, Vinton County sees their season and they dropped the 6-4. Congratulations to the Vikings on an outstanding season. Meadowbrook moves to 9-2. Showdown. It'll be interesting to see if Marshall Dyer, who had to be helped off the field at the end, if he is going to be okay. Brady McMahon away as well. Zane McGuire, he was out with a concussion. And we'll see if Meadowbrook can get a little bit healthier. But, man, Coach Norman's got to be pleased with a lot of things tonight, and especially the win as Meadowbrook rolls on. So as we head out, you want to give one final shout-out to our fine sponsors.
Yeah, we'll thank our sponsors one last time here. And I don't know where my list of sponsors is. It's right here. We'll go Jagged Edges Hair Studio, Graham Excavating, Pure Love Bakery, Downtown Arena, Main Screen Printing, and GB Roofing. So we definitely appreciate everything they do. Odds are it could possibly be our last football game of the year, but you never know. You never know. Maybe there's an upset somewhere and Meadowbrook ends up hosting week 13, or if we somehow get the fortunate opportunity of possibly making a road trip to New Concord next week. So you just never know, I guess.
Yeah, so it's been a lot of fun. So we want to, again, thank our sponsors. We want to thank you who tuned in on KGP TV for tonight's playoff game broadcast, and for Carson Todd, Brittany Rowe, Caleb Graham, and my partner in crime, D-Train Darren McCullough. Great insight. And the closer, the best in the business, Kirby Graham, for his information. I'm merely Tom Strasser. On behalf of the KGP family, we want to wish everyone a pleasant rest of the weekend. Please be safe, have fun. And Meadowbrook gets the big victory, 64-34 over Vinton County. Good night, everyone.